We live, baby. The United States of Chelsea. Measy and Tosh here for the live stream after the Chelsea Everton game. Chelsea won that game easily, I would say. Tosh, you're doing a fan cam with Chemlaka, Mr. Lul.
Say what?
No, I said you were doing the fan cam the other day with Chemlaka, Mr. Lul. He can't be here with us tonight, but he's with us in spirit. Hopefully, he's in the comments somewhere.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Chemlaka.
Yo,
But yeah,
never mind. You're good. What were you gonna say?
we live, bro.
We live?
Yes, sir.
For some reason, I can't do my. Oh, here. Now
You got it.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right. So what do you? I mean, we got a few things to talk about. I mean, let's get your thoughts on the Everton game. I know you couldn't really watch it because you were driving, but based on the highlights, based on like what you see on like the discourse, like what are you thinking?
So yeah, to those watching, I did not watch the game. It's one of the only games I've missed this season. The reason why I did not watch the game was because I was doing a drive all the way from the south, all the way up to the Virginia, and I still got another drive waiting for me. But I was able to catch the highlights, right? And my thoughts on at least from a highlights perspective is I did feel like we could have won more than 2-0 if we converted our chances. I think when it comes to Garnacho, I feel like there was at least four, maybe 3 or 4 shots where, I applaud players that go direct and they want to score and they want to go, take the game on for themselves, right? But there are moments where you have to think critically. You have to think about the moment, right? It's not always about you, right? You have teammates that may be in positions that are, better than what you're in the moment. So there's no harm in, squaring a pass or, crossing the ball and trying to find the best shot possible. And I feel like Garnacho, there were moments where he wasn't thinking critically and he took the game on for himself. And, because of that, because of those moments where he should have passed and he, went for the shot, I feel like he could have found a better pass, whether it was to Enzo, to Neto, to Palmer. So disappointed in him. But yeah, so I guess my overall thoughts are we should have won more than just 2-0. There were some shots, some attacking threats from the likes of, Njai and Grealish and co. They probably should have buried 1 or 2 goals in too, but with the chance that we had, I feel like we should have won a lot more than 2-0. So even if they did convert, this could have been a high scoring game, like a 4-2 or 4-3 kind of game. But yeah, bro, you watched the game. What were your thoughts?
I think Everton had a lot of energy coming in. I think they knew in order to beat us, you would have to score first or, get us playing on a more defensive footing. You know what I'm saying? They did pretty good at, putting pressure on our defense, especially with like an inverted Gusto. So that 3 back, essentially, they were under some decent pressure with Grealish and Ndai, but it seems like we handled it pretty well. Cuckoo did his thing. Malo played amazing, and defensively, he could be better for sure, but he still was very solid. Yeah, overall very good. I just think our wingers just didn't give us what we needed. I think Garnacho he's starting to show some of that old Garnacho of United, where it kind of seems like he's playing for his own stats rather than playing for the team. But I will say when he first got onto the team, I could tell he was very team oriented and very, he was trying to get people involved. So I think this game he took it as an opportunity to really like show out. But yeah, I mean, player of the game, Malo, he did a lot of things that I don't think anybody was expecting. great pass to Cole. Cole got his first goal back as a starter and returning, looking like he's in form. But we'll talk about him more later. But yeah, I think the places where we lack the most was the attacking areas. To be fair, but still 2-0, and a clean sheet, which is like something I've been harping on for all years. Like as long as we can get clean sheets, I think we're a dangerous team.
And this is not like a shameless moment for me, bro. Even though like we talked yesterday after the game, and bro, I was being shameless without even watching the game, right? But I think we need to give credit to guys like Robert Sanchez, Shalaba, Reece James, Fofana. For us to have more clean sheets, I think we have the most clean sheets in the league. We have more clean sheets than David Raya, right? Like Sanchez has more clean sheets than David Raya. I think people need to start giving Chelsea's defense a lot more credit. Granted, now our goal difference is not, anywhere close to like Arsenal or City. Perhaps we didn't score as many goals as them, and maybe we've conceded more goals in certain games. But overall, we have the most clean sheets in the league, and I think we need to give props to Bobby Sanchez, a guy who's been getting a lot of hate since he's joined Chelsea, pretty much, right? So shameless moment for me. Shout out to Robert Sanchez, best goalie right now based on clean sheets. So
I think the big games that he played last year during both cup runs, even though like the Conference League he didn't really play, but he ended up playing the finals, which is like a big game. Jurgensen didn't start the final? I'm pretty sure Sanchez started the final.
The Conference League final?
Yeah.
I think it was Jurgensen.
Jurgensen did start?
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. He was. I mean, he was the goalkeeper of the tournament.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he started.
Well, also like his form definitely got better as the team got better last year, especially after that December. I would say that like the last 2 months of the season, I saw Sanchez playing a lot better. And I think he's just building confidence. To be fair, I think he's playing at a big club. He's actually a lot better on the ball than we give him credit for, but I think that's why we brought him in for the first place. Great shot blocker. Maybe his only knock is like if you place the ball low enough, he might not be able to get to it. But he showed his ability to get to it as well. So I think he's even safe when Penders come in.
Yeah, I mean, Penders again. He's like what, 19 or 20 years old. I just don't think it's the time for Penders to be starting for Chelsea. He can start for these League Cup games, the Carabao Cup, if he joins us next year. And I really hope it's his job to earn. I don't really think he's a guy like Penders. I mean, I'm excited for him. It's a prospect. He's one of our players, so we want to see him do well at the club. But he's got to earn it, and how he earns it is by playing in the those tough games. Cold night in Stoke City in the champion in the. Oh man, Tosh, you see who's in the waiting room?
Oh
man, Tosh, it's the man himself, Mr. Chewbacca. Let's get it.
Oh man, Tosh, it's the man himself, the waiting room.
Yo, I can hear somebody's.
What's good, guys?
What's good, bro?
We got Chewbacca in the building. Let's get your analysis of the game. You watched, I think, most of it.
I don't know why I can't hear you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna hop out. Hop back in. Hold on.
All right, bet.
But yeah, big up to everybody in the chat. I see Captain Kitfo, the Abdi 89. Shout out to the Abdi 89, man.
Shout out to you, bro.
Random brother. Shout out to you as well. Muse.
Muse.
You know Muse?
Yeah, Muse, that's the homie. He's gonna come on for our United episode one of these days.
All right. Shout out to Muse. Muse, if you're down to come on today as well, let us know. We'll send you the link. The Abdi 89, that's my guy right there. The United fan, the United fraud. Rico Mills, he's scared. Who's scared, bro? Ain't nobody scared around here, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We the mighty CFC. If you're not CFC, you're always welcome here as well.
Yeah. We allow everybody here, man. It's United. It's the United. Viva United.
I won't even repeat what Random Brother said. Stop it. Stop it. But I am curious to know, Random Brother and the Abdi 89, you guys are losing your best player in a week or two. So what do you guys think about Buemo going to the AFCON? Is it like how bad do you think it's going to hurt your team? Or do you think it's a time for Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad, Cunha to step up? I'm rooting for Fernandes, guys. I got him on my fantasy. Picked him up with my 5 free transfers for the AFCON. So
I think we're gonna see Mount step up. I think we're gonna see Mount step up. He's been playing a little bit better. I hate to say it. I'd hate to see it, but yeah, with the gap that's being filled, that needs to be filled once Buemo leaves. I think Mount's gonna step up.
Yeah. Shout out to Money Mace. He's one of our own, even though he snaked us.
No, but I think Mano, I think Mano's the bright point right here because he hasn't played a lot. I don't really understand why, but this might be his chance. Like, who else is leaving for AFCON?
For United, I think. Ahmad too.
Ahmad?
Yeah, Ahmad Diallo. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
is Mazraoui leaving too?
Where's he from? Morocco. Yeah, he's going too.
So looking forward to the Cardiff game. I'm gonna say a couple things. Lil loves to claim that Mount was a great silver.
Oh wait! We didn't get to the Cardiff game yet. Did you give your full breakdown, like a brief one for the audience on the last game?
Yeah, I mean the last game, I think we had a pretty good first half. I mean, all of our goals came in the first half. I think when we have our full strength 11 out, I think we're a hard team to beat. With that said, the moment we started making substitutions, started rotating, I think our performance and our quality just fucking went all the way downhill, went to shit basically. So again, I mean, it's the same story we've been talking about recently. It's just, can we rotate and maintain that quality? It's not looking like it. But at the same time, some positives. It was nice to see Cole Palmer back on the score sheet. It was nice to see that, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since I've seen one of those, so that was nice. It would have been nice to see Andre Santos get more minutes, Esteval get more minutes. But I will say that Neto performed pretty well. And even Garnacho, you know, he had a bunch of chances. I think he was a nuisance. It would have been a way better performance had he taken one of those 2 chances, actually scored a goal. But, you know, we're building. We're building.
Yeah. We're building, and we got 3 points.
Yep.
And are we in the title race again?
Nah.
I
think title race is over.
Those
Somebody said Garnachas.
Who's that? Mousse. Mousse's talking a lot here.
Garnachas is fucking true, man. Garnacho has been, I mean, we had pretty low expectations, so you know, it's not to that level that we were expecting, but it does suck seeing him do all the hard work 2/3 of the pitch, get to that final third, and just fuck it. You know?
Okay, but I have a question for you. Do you think sometimes when he gets those opportunities, he's glory hunting because he just wants the, you know, he wants the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Of course he's glory, but I mean he's a striker, and if you're, we complain here all the time that Joao Pedro doesn't shoot enough. All right, so we can't have it both ways.
Somebody said I had high expectations. I didn't have high expectations. I thought, yo, we got a Premier League proven player there. Yeah, I know who that is. I know who Random Brother is. I know who you are.
Expose him.
Oh no, that's good. It's good. I like this. He's geeky.
But no, I just wanted to say the Carter prediction because I do got a dip soon. So I just
go for it, bro.
Just say, listen, Cardiff, it's a must win. I mean, we're a cup side at this point. I don't think we're a league side. I think To be a title contender, you need to be consistent. 38 games in a 38 game season. So I don't think we're there yet. I think our biggest chance of getting any type of silverware is through one of the cup competitions. So whether that's the Carabao Cup, whether that's the FA Cup, whether that's even the fucking Champions League, like I think that we actually do have a shout in any one of those competitions. I think the Carabao Cup is probably the least important, and for that case, I want us to rotate. I want Reece James to sit the hell down. I want Enzo to sit down, and I want Chalobah to sit. I mean, Fofana to sit down. I want the Cucurella. I need them to sit down. I need players that are running ragged. You could see it towards the end of last game. You could see in the second half, starting in the second half of last game, how tired niggas were. Enzo looked like he could barely lift a foot, and it was like the 70th minute. That boy still played 20 more minutes. You know what I mean? So I think rotation is key, and I think this is our best chance at actually getting something this season. So we might as well start using the whole squad. You know what I mean? Making sure that the squad feels like they are contributing to something. Because if we go, if all we're doing is playing the same 11, A, our boys are going to burn out, and B, like you physically can't win any kind of silverware at the end of the season like that. You need your bit bar players. You need your impact subs. You need these people to feel like they're contributing somehow. So, what better way to contribute than against Cardiff on a weekend in a midweek match? So yeah.
Yeah, and bro, I know you got to go, but I do want to, because it's a topic we're going to get into. It's the comments Maresca made regarding the pressure he's been feeling at the club the last couple of days, and he's kind of hinted that some of that pressure has come from the board, and he feels like the board, again, he hasn't said this, but he's like hinted like the board has not given him his full backing. So I've seen conversations on X and things where people are saying there's some friction between Maresca and the board. What are your thoughts on that, bro? And do you think there's a sacking somewhere in the future?
I mean, look, we're a big side. When people think of Chelsea in the past, they think of sacking. When you took the job, you should have known that that's something that's on the table, right? And if you're not performing, especially, then that's definitely something that's on the table. Now, as to whether or not the board is throwing you under the bus, I can't really speak for that because I'm not in the board meetings. I don't know what the board promised you, and I don't know what you promised the board, right? But from what I've seen up until now, the board and the manager seemed like they were on good terms with most of the decisions that were being made, right? He wanted the players that came in. There's not one player that came in that he didn't want or that he wasn't cool with. And I don't think that there was a player that left that he made a plea to the club in order to keep, right? So even if you look at Nico Jackson, he isolated him. He said his time is up. The board was cool with it. I haven't seen any place where the board wanted one thing and the coach wanted something else, and that was like a public thing. I haven't seen that. So it would be hard for me to believe. If you feel like the pressure's ramping up, it is because you're at a big squad. I mean, you're at a big team, one of the top squads in the country, and we have a good squad. We have good players, and we should be competing. And you shouldn't be talking like, excuse my language, a pussy. You shouldn't be talking about we're not in title challenges when it's December and we were near the top of the table, right? Like there are things that you're doing that are showing that you're a small-time manager, and small-time managers can't take the heat in the kitchen. Small-time managers think that their job is going to be safe forever. Boy, you're at Chelsea now. So, you know what I'm saying? Wake up.
But I have a question. I think this is my theory, and Measy kind of had my thoughts going that way as well, is because Maresca's kind of a small-time dude. He didn't really do well in Parma for his debut, which is kind of understandable as your debut job as a head manager. Do you think that Maresca is using us? Because I don't think you were here on that episode. That was, I think, Mo and Osma. But do you think Maresca is kind of using Chelsea as a springboard to further his career elsewhere, like in Italy, like a Milan or Inter? Because on on paper, you can say his resume has improved just by being the Chelsea manager. You
Okay.
could say that.
I mean, you can say that, but I would say that he'd be a fool to have the squad that he does, to have the job that he does at the time that he does, and to be worrying about some next club at some next time. You know what I mean? Like he has all the eggs are in his hand right now. He has all the good players. He's in a team that's in the Premier League. That we're in the Champions League. We're competing. We have a competitive squad. I don't see why he'd have all these.
No, but his art
worried about the next club or what potential manager or club owner he could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying there, but his argument was, I asked for a center back. He just aired it out, and he confirmed the rumor that most Chelsea fans were hearing from the organization. Basically, like, he wanted, after Levi went down, he wanted another center back. They wanted Delap, but he co-signed on Delap. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were some decisions where he was involved, but there was also some decisions where he wasn't involved and he didn't get what he actually needed.
If you ask me, he wanted Delap, right? Because he was not happy with Nico, and we saw it during the Club World Cup. He was not going to run with Nico. So though he wanted a center back, and though that was probably his top priority, he should. When the club said, "Yo, we're going for Delap," he didn't say nothing but "Cool." I know he did. And if he really wanted that center back, he should have put his foot down and been like, "Yo, fuck Delap. I'm running Jackson. Get me the center back first, and we'll figure shit out later." But I feel like this is a lot of revisionism. This is a lot of, once shit goes bad, talking about, "Oh, I told you so." But it's like, I didn't hear this at that time. So, you know what I mean? Maybe you should have been louder. You can't.
No. I mean, I wouldn't say it's revisionist because it was rumored that he wanted a center back. At the end of the day, so like now he's basically saying, "I wanted the center back." So he's putting kind of the blame on CLEARLAKE. I think now he's kind of defending himself in a way.
It's almost like he's fighting back.
I think he's fighting back.
Yeah, and I honestly see that coming. But I think just to argue with you a little about Maresca's like what he says to the media, you could kind of argue that he's really just a soundboard for the directors and the owners. So whatever they say, he's going to spit out, and which is the reason why he was one of the first people to, well, not first people, but he came out last season saying we're not in a title race when we were, struggling.
Yep.
I believe that came from the top. I don't think Maresca's the kind of guy to. He's a yes man, right? We know the board want a yes man, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We sacked one of Chelsea's greatest coaches, although he had a short, period coaching us, Thomas Tuchel. And to be real here, a lot of our coaches, our great coaches, were with us for such a short time, but they've won, great things. They've done great things. But Maresca, I don't know. It just sort of feels like we don't really know what he's saying. Is this really coming from him? Is this coming from the board? But I feel like now this is the first time his comments are going against the board, and that's just me. And this is just, nothing. This is my opinion, right? It's not a fact or anything.
Yeah, I just think it's hard for you to be a yes man and then now all of a sudden have a problem with what the board is doing. Because if the board did it, the feeling on my end is they ran it by you. And if they ran it by you and knowing your track record, you probably said yes. And now that shit's not going your way, you're you're throwing your toys in the pram and you're saying it's the board this, it's the board that. But to me, I don't buy it. I think any relationship, it's 50-50. And I think, if you just speak up, be louder and speak up ahead of time, as opposed to speaking up after shit's already hit the fan.
Yo, we got a comment, Dula.
Yeah, this is RoboCop.
Yeah, this is RoboCop
in FIFA, right? Let's call out this fraud, man. This guy supports Real Madrid, right? this guy, this fraud right here, RoboCop. Listen, man. Yep. I know you support the Madristas. You support the Galacticos. You got everything you guys want. You guys got everything you need. Like, you want something, you get it. Come on, man.
Okay. All right, let's address this. Ain't the coach Chelsea has no world-class players. Cole Palmer is not world world class. Apparently, right? Caicedo's not world class. Apparently, right?
Enzo.
Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, Mark Cucurella. Come on, man. Like,
Apparently, the goalkeeper who's got the most clean sheets in the league
yeah, most clean sheets,
is
but he's
trash.
not world class. He's not world class. So it's a little crazy.
Yeah, get RoboCop out of here, buddy. We got you.
Yeah, we might have to ban him. We might have to.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's put him
whoa,
on timeout.
whoa, whoa.
This guy's going on timeout.
Yo, niggas is talking crazy.
All right, I got about.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Yo, holla Madrid, man. Holla some sucker. All right, but you know what? Madrid. If we played Madrid today, we would probably beat you guys. I'll say like at least 2-1. At least 2-1. And Enzo is not a world class. He's just a racist. Okay, guys. All right. I think everybody has made some type of mistakes in their lives. We just gotta live and learn. But what do you mean catching up to Barca, bro? Doesn't matter. Like between Madrid, that's true. Yeah. I mean, who would win right now in the El Clasico? If you were to do El Clasico today, who's winning? Madrid or Barca?
You're asking me?
No, I'm asking the chat. I'm asking you too. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. If you're asking me who's gonna win, who won the last El Clasico?
Let's check.
I think Barca's a better team, if you ask me, bro. And I'm not just hating because we got some Madristas in the chat or people who just want to go against us. But I do think Real's problems are the same problems that were there during like Ancelotti's like the end of his reign.
Yeah, they played a few weeks ago, and it was Madrid. Madrid beat them 2-1.
We just whooped Barca's ass a couple of weeks ago. Okay, well, the better team.
That was with Mbappe. If they played right now, they wouldn't have Mbappe. So I don't know.
Why? Why not? Where's Mbappe?
Mbappe, he's not injured, but he's on the bench.
Yeah,
they're saying he's not injured, but they're not playing him. I think he has a knock, like he's recovering from something. So,
but I mean, Barca beat Madrid last season, though, right? Yeah, this is exactly what's going on here. Della says we have no balance at the moment. It's true. You guys got a lot of players that play in the same position.
Oh, he played today?
Okay, he played. He's back and scored today. I mean, yeah, I'm never going to hate on Mbappe. I mean, he's a great player, bro. But, I mean, your issue is you got a lot of stars. And guess what? Benzema said this like the other day, too. So let me just quote Benzema. Benzema said there's a lot of issues. The issues with Madrid are everybody wants to be Jordan. There's not enough. No one must be Pippen or Dennis Rodman. Everybody wants to, take it on for themselves. So they got to figure out who the best player is, right? And it's Mbappe. And everyone else needs to not build around him, but, sort of play your role, right? And it's harder to do when you got a team full of, world-class players, a team full of egos. So it's up to the coach to fix that. But enough of Madrid. This is the United States of Chelsea. And Chelsea.
Do we think Bruno Fernandes will start in Madrid today? I think he could. I think he could. I think Bruno Fernandes in Madrid would probably work better than. He would probably play better there because he have more weapons. Would he start in Madrid?
I mean, I guess it depends on where he plays.
I think if he plays in the 10, like kind of like with the Jude role, I think he'll be more.
Is he starting over Jude? Jude benches him any day of the week, bro.
You think? Okay, let's see in the chat. Jude versus Bruno. Who would you take?
Jude versus Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah.
See, Jude versus Bruno, I think it's that's more of an argument to make. But Jude versus Enzo, as a Chelsea fan, I don't want to hear it. I'm taking Jude any day of the week. Now, Bruno
Oh
and
yeah,
Jude,
yeah. Jude's way better than Enzo.
yeah, yeah.
But do you think? Oh, Dula says Premier League hype is real. I
It's the
think
best league. Yeah,
it's the best league. I think you have to give the edge to the player in the Premier League. Personally, I like Bruno. I think Bruno can do more on the field than what Bellingham does. I think Jude Bellingham is one of those. He's one of those guys that he makes it look good on the pitch, but he's really not doing much, in my opinion. A lot of the plays that are being created around him are because he's around special players. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a lot of credit to go to him. Like you hardly see him make like a crazy pass or like make a play out of thin air or get by the defenders, stuff like that. So like I don't know. Bruno, on the other hand, I've seen Bruno do some like from one side to the other type of passing. But at the same time, Bruno's knock is he takes more risks. But I think Bruno playing that style of play in Real, it probably helped him a lot because they have those quick players like Vinny, and they have those quick players like Rodrigo. They have those quick players like who's that young kid Garcia?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I think I'll take Bruno over Jude personally.
You talk about the young player for Madrid.
Madrid, is it Garcia? Is it Garcia? Huh?
You're not talking about the Turkish kid, are you?
No, that's Guler.
Yeah.
So I personally, I would take Bruno over Jude only because I think Jude is more limited as a player in terms of he can create it for others. You know what I mean? Bruno is 31-year-old engine running on Viagra with no direction. Never compared. Nah, no.
Bro, Della. I mean, I am on your side. I think it's more of and there's more of a debate to have here.
I don't think Jude is better.
Bruno and Jude. I don't think it's like I don't think either of them clears the other because Bruno does things that Jude doesn't do. Like Bruno is great. He's good, decent, defensively, and offensively. Like offensively, just offensively alone, who are you giving the edge to?
Well, offensively?
Yeah.
Well, offensively,
Jude's a better dribbler.
Jude may be a little bit better dribbler, but I don't know about that either. Because I think Bruno, he doesn't need to really dribble as much because he's so good on the pass and he could score from almost anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait, what can Jude do that Bruno can't? The only thing I would say is box crashing. Like Jude is an elite box crasher. He's elite in the air. I think he's like a little bit more physical, like athletic wise. But Bruno overall skill, I think Bruno kills him because Bruno just does way more. I think he's an elite passer, and then if you put him around elite players, I think he'll make Real Madrid wingers look amazing. I don't think Jude helps other players look good. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just a hustler. I think he's a hustler, and he knows how to be in the right place. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, you could say Jude is like, I guess he's like stronger defensively, but yeah, I don't think you could say Jude is stronger defensively, which I agree with, but a lot of times they don't even play Jude in the 8. And I think Jude in the 8, he runs himself into the ground because that guy, he's the type of guy, he's like running all over the place. So it makes it look like he's doing a lot of work out there. But I don't think he's better than Bruno. I think Bruno is more calculated in his play.
Well, who would you say is a better leader? Right. And it's not just because Bruno has the captain's armband. Just from what you see on the field, who would you say is a better leader? They both do complain to the refs. They both cry. They both, flop. But who do you think would be the better player to, just gather the troops and say, hey, let's get to war?
Personally,
I would say Bruno, but I want to hear your opinion.
Bruno, yeah, I would say Bruno as well. But then, like, the only knock on Bruno is he's a bit too emotional. Like, he's a bit of a, huh?
It's a good thing in sports to be emotional.
No, there's nothing wrong
Shows
with
you
it.
care, shows you want to win.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it, but I think sometimes it can rub people the wrong way because sometimes he's yelling at his teammates when he may have made a mistake, or he'll blame one teammate rather than him. Probably should be blaming another teammate or him blaming himself. So like, but Bruno's attitude, I always kind of like. That's why I kind of like disliked him. But skill wise, you can't dislike what he does. Like he's the most important player on Manchester United. Without him, there would be who knows where. Even though, like I said, he takes a lot of risks. I think you need that. And right now, United, if they just got better players, he'll probably be able to take more risks. I just think they just need, just maybe like a better striker. I like Sesko, but I don't think he's necessarily ready. I like Cunha. I like Mbeumo. I think they just need time to mesh. People are shitting on United, but United is only like what? If they win the next game, they'll be tied. They'll be tied on points with us. So. Yes, he never blames nobody. He expresses it, and y'all judge him for that. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say we probably he's very expressive, and I think that gets to people more than anything. Especially if you're playing against him, if you're rooting against him. I guess it can.
But Jude's also expressive too, but people take it the wrong way.
Yeah, but I think Jude is like he's more of
a complainer.
No, I think Bruno complains more because he's just like a passionate dude. I get it. Like I'll be pissed off if something happens to him. But Jude is more like I think he does it for like the moments and the views. You know what I mean?
I think what helps Bruno in this argument, it's always going to be the team he plays for and the country he plays for. And this could also help Bruno in the argument because it's like he's probably the most important player for Manchester United. And when you look at Portugal today, he probably is the most important player. Like if he's performing well, like the team will do well.
Yeah.
Is surrounded like when you play, Real Madrid is a team full of world class players. So it's hard for him to stand out unless he's playing exceptional day in, day out. And he also plays for his national team. The Three Lions, England. They also have a bunch of world class players. So it's hard for him to stand out as much as someone like Bruno does, because Bruno doesn't, have the luxury of playing with, these world-class players. So I don't know. It's kind of like, I'm trying to give it like an NBA comparison, maybe it's like Russell Westbrook winning the MVP, right? Mm-hmm. He stands out more.
Yeah.
Versus who was he up against that year? James Harden, who had, some better players on his team. Anyway,
click that one that says, "Nah, Bruno complains to his mates all the time." That is very true. He does, bro. Like I get it why he does it. He's passionate. He reminds me of like LeBron. Like when LeBron blows a coverage, he blames everybody but himself.
Yeah.
That's Bruno because he is the LeBron of Manchester United. Let's be honest. He is the most important player in the team. He has the leeway to talk that shit. You get what I'm saying? If it was like Onana when he was in the team, or like I don't know what's a good example, but what's a good example of Casemiro? Not even Casemiro. Casemiro, I'll respect it too. You get what I'm saying? So like Bruno, I think he has the right to bitch, even though he bitches. I think he has the right to bitch because he's by far the best player in his team, and you could tell he wishes he could get some like. I think he wishes for a different type of system as well, because I don't think he should play in that double pivot, man. Let him be free, bro. Let that guy be free. Put him in a roaming 10 position. Yo, the comments are big hate.
But I mean, imagine being the most important player for Man United in 2026. United in 2025, 2026, they are a much better team than they were the previous season. And they are contenders to be in the top four.
Yeah.
Amram has them cooking in a way that a lot of us didn't expect, especially the way they started their season. So me personally, at least, I would give more credit to, United as a whole. I think they're a threat. They're a team we need to be afraid of. We're a team we need to beat them when we play them again and get 3 points. And we need to also hope the teams they play take points off of them, because nothing is secured in the Prem. It's not La Liga. Sorry, Della. Every game matters in the Prem.
Yeah. La Liga, you can take naps. They have siestas every day.
Yeah. Come on.
Go get some pasta.
Man, we don't have time in the Prem. We don't even have time for Juma sometimes.
Yeah,
we're playing. We got Friday games. You've seen it.
Yeah, Friday games. We're going Juma. We're playing to God. You know what I mean? 1-2, and then we're out of there. You gotta get on the pitch. But
yo, let's get back into the Maresca.
Let's get back into Maresca.
The Maresca talks with Clear Lake. What are your thoughts on that, bro? Do you think it's the beginning of a bad chapter between Maresca and the board?
I think, like I said earlier, I think Maresca's fighting back. I think he was under pressure against the Leeds game and the Atalanta game, which I think is justified by the owners and the people who are making the decisions, because Maresca, I think, has gotten a lot of leeway in terms of who he plays, rotations, and also he had hand in some recruiting. I wouldn't say most of the recruiting, but I'll say like maybe a minority of the recruiting was in his influence, especially with bringing in all those, people bringing in all those buys and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can't blame Maresca, especially when he's coming out and saying that he wanted a center back and we didn't get a center back, which is a little bit disappointing, because I think Maresca proved last year that he can form a team. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's it's a little bit disrespectful if they tell you, hey, like, imagine if you just won them something when they were in one of the worst droughts ever, and then they ask you for one player in a certain position, they say no, but they go ahead and get the lap, which he wanted at the end of the day. So I think we won't really know much until later on, and I think there's a possibility that this could blow over. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's never good when a coach, starts talking back to the board. You never want to, like, whenever there's like a family beef, you keep it in the family. I would have hoped Maresca, whatever beef he has with the board has with him, you guys keep that behind closed doors. You don't let that out to the media. Once you start letting these kind of things out to the media, you're kind of exposing the internal problems out to the world. And it just
pin to smash the likes so people know.
Yes, sir. I got you, bro. So, but yeah, no, it creates. You just allow the media to come in, and and media is just waiting for something. These guys are sharks, man. They're just they want you to say something, and they're going to run with it. And they're going to run with that story for weeks. So I think Maresca showed his inexperience there with talking to the media and just saying how he felt and stuff. Would have hoped he would be a bit stronger. But I mean, he's shown us that there is a feud in the family, and at the end of the day, it's always easier to change one man, change the manager, versus changing 20 players. Or at CFC we got 30-40 players, so hopefully whatever problems they got, they fix it. I mean, we've seen this just even in recent times. We've seen it with Ainge and Tottenham. We've seen it with Nuno Espiritos and Forest. We even seen it with we might see it with what's the coach for Fulham, Silva. He complained about how they were the least spending team in the Prem. Like they didn't really spend much in the summer. So anyway, my all that to say, once you start giving the media info that's should have been kept internal, you open the door to a lot of chaos, and usually doesn't end well. Poch, you saw how the second half of his season went. He was just going off on things that he didn't like, and in the end, he paid for it, right? Because if you ask me, then right, just before Maresca joined, I felt like Poch should have had another season, right? He took us from a 12 seed that the season prior to a 6 seed, and Poch's team was a brand new Chelsea team. He didn't have the same players that were under Tuchel and Potter. Poch had a brand new team, and he was asked to, okay, take these kids and do magic with it, move mountains. And it's hard to do that, especially when there were a lot of injuries. Now you can blame Poch for some of those injuries because the way his style of football is, but Poch, what he did in such a short amount of time, and he's such a great, not a tactician, but he's a great man manager and great at coaching young players. I felt like how he finished the season, he should have been given another chance to see what he can do. But unfortunately, he spoke too much and he got cut. I really think if Poch didn't talk so much towards the end of the season, he would have been given another chance. But that's not how the game goes. You talk, you lose it all.
Yeah, and we have a comment. We don't have to pin it, but he makes it to next season.
Maresca?
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe he makes it to next season. Granted, we finish in the top 4. I think a top 4 finish will give him another season. But don't be surprised if Maresca walks himself. You said to yourself earlier in the episode, you said that Maresca might be using us as a stepping stone to another job. Again, this is just my opinion. I've always thought he's a city. I mean, he's from the City Academy. I mean, he's been under Pep Guardiola, and I think with Pep, obviously he's not going to coach forever, and Pep will one day walk away from the club. There's no other coach that plays in a similar style to Pep. I think it's honestly the perfect fit for Maresca to go back to City once Pep goes, and I think City would be open to it. So, yeah, I mean, and City would back him. They will, because City's not going to back Maresca with 16-year-old signings every winter and every summer, players we've never heard of before, but we have to pretend to be excited about because we have a wonder kid coming in from Portugal or Ecuador or wherever the heck we're buying players from. Shout out to those players. I hope they do well at Chelsea, but it's hard as a Chelsea fan to always be excited about here we go. Back in the day, here we go. We were getting Costa, we're getting Lukaku, we're getting Eden Hazard. I mean, this is before Eden Hazard, but I mean, the most recent years, our here we goes, we're signing some top level players. Fernando, but bro, now here we go. And if it's Blue Co related, here we go means 16-year-old prospect is joining Blue Co in the summer of 2028. I'm like, what? Why do I care about that right now? How does that help my team today? So
yeah.
All that to say, Maresca I feel like he would be backed more with City. He goes to City, goes back home. They're gonna splash 100 mil on a player from Dortmund. They'll splash another 100 mil from a player from somewhere in Germany, and he'll be back the way he a top team should be back. So I think he's just waiting for Pep to go, and he might walk whenever that opportunity comes, and he'll be a City coach.
You think so? See, I don't even think he can handle that job. I think like that would ruin his career, honestly. I think he takes his chance to go somewhere and because I think what's his name, Fabregas is becoming one of those type of coaches that I don't think anytime soon he would be a Chelsea manager, but I can see him being a Chelsea manager in 2030. when he is like elevates himself and proves himself in Italy, which I think he's doing to an extent. But I think he needs a bigger club. He needs a bigger chance. And then I would love to see him as a Chelsea manager because the way it looks like in Chelsea is that we will probably never keep a manager for too long. And I thought Enzo was going to be the guy that was going to be long term, but this is giving me the feeling that he might not be the long term guy, even though I support him and I'm like still I'm a Maresca in until this season ends, pretty much, because he's made so many mistakes. He's made so many errors in deciding like his teams, especially Leeds. I think I spoke to you before Leeds, and I told you like we're probably gonna lose this game. I'm a Chelsea fan through and through, but if I know we're gonna lose the game before the game starts, it's a good chance we're either gonna lose or we're gonna draw. Or we're gonna drop points. So, his decision making at best has been like hit or miss. Sometimes he makes it seems like the big games he just plays it simple and he makes the right decision. And then the smaller games, he almost outsmarts himself. And those are the games that we're supposed to win, and those are the games that are supposed to kind of like take us from a contender to like a real contender. Not a contender, but to a chance of winning the actual title. It's the difference between being a contender, which is like usually top 3, top 4, which I thought we were gonna get, but like I want to chase for the I want to run for the league, even if we come short like 1 or 2 points. That would be better than us kind of just giving up on it, going for top 4, and then just chasing the Champions League. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, he dropped points in the Premier League. He also made it us go from guaranteed to get into the knockout rounds of Champions League to now, well, guaranteed top 8, which is like a 1 week where we don't have to play, 2 weeks where we don't have to play. Now to where we might have to play those 2 weeks. We already are short injuries. We're already, looking bad. Now we got to go to Napoli. So, I think the board and CLEARLAKE have a reason to be mad with him, and I also think he has a reason to be mad with them as well. So we'll see how it goes. I think it blows over though, depending on how the season goes. But I think once it goes bad, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, bro, if we do sign Cesc Fabregas. Now, I'm not campaigning for Cesc Fabregas, but I wouldn't be surprised if we signed him because everything the board and the directors have done up until this point, when it comes to bringing in new coaches, bringing in new players, they're not afraid to bring in inexperience. And Maresca was someone you could argue was inexperienced. Was he ready for the Chelsea? Hey, I mean, at the time, no, but I mean, he's doing okay right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if we brought in Cesc Fabregas. I mean, the summer we signed Maresca, we were in for the Ipswich coach, McKenna. We were in for someone else, I forget. But yeah, anyway, I see a comment. Let's go off topic and let's go into the Cardiff game.
We were gonna wrap this up with Cardiff, anyways, right? Because
so let's pivot there. So Cardiff heavy rotation. If you're asking me, 100% yes, and I've been consistent with this take from the very beginning. I felt like once we lost to Leeds, I said enough with the rotation. Let's stick with our best 11 and play our best 11 for the most important games. And I did not want to see any resting until we played Cardiff. So that meant Bournemouth, that meant Everton, that meant Atalanta, right? I said we have to play Cuckoo until his legs fall off. We have to play Enzo until his legs fall off. Reece James. Caicedo obviously was in and out because of the red card, so he played the Champions League game. But I've been consistent by saying we need to play our best players for these matches. I don't want to see Hato. I don't want to see Andre Santos. I don't want to see Mark Guiu until we play Cardiff. Now, the Cardiff game is finally here. Let's now rest, our top guys. Let's play them. Let's play now our younger players, the guys who need the rotation. Let's play them now versus Cardiff. But let's also sprinkle in, a few experienced players as well. Let's have some leadership on the team. When it comes to Tosin, should he play against Cardiff? let's give him one more run. Let's give him one more run. This is your last run, buddy. You messed this one up. Come on, you're not coming back to CFC after the AFCON because we're going to leave you. We're going to tell the pilot or whatever airlines you're taking to Nigeria to keep you in Nigeria and cancel that return ticket because you're not coming back to CFC. So this is Tosin's last chance. If I'm the
Tosin start.
I start him. Give him one more shot. He's not all bad. He's not all bad, bro. Tosin had a decent season last year. Again, this is Conference League, but he was the conference. He was in the Conference League team of the season. Him, Jorgensen, Cole Palmer. He's made some mistakes, but we play Tosin. We play Achimpong. I see comment in the chat. We play Achimpong. We play Hato. We play. Yeah.
All right. Just give your starting 11. I'll give my starting 11
for sure. So Cardiff. It's time to rest. It's time to rest Sanchez. Actually, it's a tough one. Do we rest Sanchez? But okay,
I don't think we rest.
Let me give you my lineup. So, because of the comments Flip made, he obviously doesn't want to be at the club anymore. So he's a liability. I can't trust him, which means I can't also trust our third string goalie, Gaga Slonina. He's like 19 or 20 years old. He hasn't played a single game this season. Why am I going to put him in the quarterfinals in the Carabao Cup? So I'm going to play Robert Sanchez. I'm playing in our center back positions. I'm playing Josh and Tosin. If not Tosin, then Badiashile. We play Hatso at the left. We start Gusto. Our midfield pivot. This is the Carabao Cup, right? So I think Caicedo's his ban is up. So we play Caicedo with Andrew Santos up top in the 10 role. Perhaps we put. So I'll put João Pedro at the 10 and Marguillo at the 9, Gittins at the left, and on the right, Estevao. And I think that's a good enough team to go to Wales and beat those Cardiff players. You tell me, bro.
We got a clip with the Cardiff player we were interviewed in Brazil, so
yeah,
we'll put that out too right before the game. And see what they think about Cardiff so we can get a little inside scoop. But from what I heard, they're not doing the best in their league. So, yeah, Jurgensen can't play. I think, bro, this might sound crazy, but start Gigi, man. Big game. Start Gigi because Jurgensen's leaving in January. Start Gigi. Right back, let's do Malo. Actually, no, sorry. Right back, I want Josh.
Good shot.
Josh at the right back. Left center back, Betty Shield, partnered up with Tosin. This is Tosin's do or die game. If we don't get the clean sheet, he's done. We concede one goal, he's done. And then Hato, I think, has to start. I wouldn't invert, but if we were to invert, I want Josh to invert. Just because I want to see if he's able to. And if they can't, they're going to have to make that adjustment to invert Hato. And then in the middle, Caicedo for sure. Tosin doesn't touch the field again. In the middle, Moy, I think you got to play the full 90. And you play him next to Santos. In the 10, I'm going a controversial pick, I think, maybe. Buonanotte. I'm going Buonanotte in the middle. Because, what the hell is he doing if we're not going to use him? And then I would see how he plays and then probably bring Pedro on. Or vice versa. Start Pedro and then take out Buonanotte. And then Gittins on the left. Estevao on the right. Actually, you know what? And Gittins got to come out. I need Tyreek George play his position. I need Tyreek George to play his position around 60, 70th minute. Win or lose, he needs to come in for Gittins. Gittins is going to be used for Newcastle most likely for when we need to give Garnacho a breather. And then starter, I'm gonna go Marguillo. I'm gonna go Marguillo starter, but we need Tyreek. Okay, I like that lineup.
Okay. I respect it.
Yeah, I respect that lineup.
Personally, Tajay, I don't know if you were on when I was giving my lineup. The only change I would make is Trev for Tosin. I think Tosh and I both agree this is Tosin's last match playing for Chelsea. If he messes up, and we both agree we're going to leave him in Nigeria if he messes up. Right, he's not coming back on the plane.
Yep.
We cancel that return ticket.
We're gonna void his contract, and then he's gonna have to sign to a Nigerian team. We're pretty much gonna we might get kidnapped in Nigeria, but we have nothing to do with it.
Leave him there.
Yeah,
John Obi Mikel's dad, he got robbed in Nigeria. Kendall's robbers. Actually, no, I'm not wishing that on Tosin. Tosin, you're one of our own. We respect you.
I mean, is he really one of our own? He's a Man City.
He's City's own. Forget it.
He's City's own. Let him go.
Yeah, we are paying this guy to be Cole Palmer's therapist.
Pretty much.
Cole Palmer's.
Is he really getting back? Is he really getting paid like that?
I think 120 a week.
Because we got him for free, so I guess they're like, yo, we'll spend the money on the salary.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man. That guy's living the life.
Yep. So I guess
million.
we're an hour in. We wrapping up, Tosh. You got any other topics?
Yeah, he all got taught on the free. Yeah. I mean, I don't really got no topics. United fans in the chat tomorrow, we might do a little watch along, but it might be a little bit of a hate along. If you're a United fan and you want to join. It's a 3 p.m. game. It might just be me in there, but me and Meezy, we'll figure it out.
I'll try my best to be on the watch along for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, for fantasy reasons, I do hope Bruno Fernandes scores and has an assist, but maybe a 3-2 Bournemouth win with Fernandes scoring and assisting or scoring 2 goals. I'll be a very, very happy man. But we need United to drop points. We can't have anyone else on our ass. We saw Palace drop points today, bro. Who else dropped points near us? Spurs, they lost 3-0. So the league is finally coming into, the shape and where teams are going to, I know it's still early, but we'll see how it plays out. But, the good and the bad teams are finally starting to separate from each other. Ooh, top 500K. Shout out to you, Muse. I finished last season top 10K. But I'm having a stinker of a year. I'm top 3 million right now. I'm trying to come back up. So, big up to you. Big up to everybody in the chat. I see the 8 people who are on the live right now. Big up to all you guys. Yeah, Tosh, any last words?
Oh, man. Tossing. If you lose, we're tossing you to the side. We're putting you on a first-class flight. Actually, we're not even putting you on a first-class flight. We're going to put you on a cargo ship straight to Nigeria, and we're going to tell people it's a brand new Mercedes, but it's really you. You cost the same as a Mercedes. And also we need to forfeit your passport to the UK government.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tajay Bowen, where y'all boys from? I'm based in New Jersey. Tosh is based in Virginia. We're both DC, DMV area. Tosh and I we're cousins. We come from Somalia. I know Somalia's been in the news lately from the White House, and up the Chels, man. We're not garbage. We love this club, and we love all you guys. I'm just waffling right now.
My warrior. Ajay Brown, where you from? Toronto. What are y'all from?
From Toronto. Shout out to you, bro. Hey, Tajay, if you got any CFC fans, man, that in Toronto, man, send them the channel page. If you want to come on the channel, anyone else in the chat want to come on the channel, just let us know. We're down to have you guys for watch alongs. We're down to have you guys, join some episodes, chop it up. We're all proper Chels. And if you're not proper Chels, we're down to talk about, your team as well. So just let us know, guys. We're growing this thing. We started this, Tosh, September?
Yeah, it started 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
And it all started from us going to the Club World Cup together, seeing some games. We got inspired to, do our own thing. So it's a big year coming up, 2026, the World Cup. Soccer is coming home. We are bringing it home. Viva la Patch. You heard it here first.
See us at the World Cup. We'll bring y'all some content. Shout out TJ, Bowen, Real One. He said he's randomly opened it up. Real One, man. Shout out to you. We'll be doing more of this. Join us during our Cardiff. If you could pin it in the comments, Meezy.
Tell me.
Join us for the Cardiff, the United live stream. We're gonna join the Hate Watch United. Just so type it in, United live stream, and on Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern, and then the Cardiff game, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We back-to-back watch along. So make sure to catch us, subscribe to us. Get your noties on. We're here to just chat shit. We'll bring you guys on as well. Just catch us during the games. We'll be there. Both games are 3 p.m. Eastern, depending on what time you are. If you're in the West Coast, that's noon. But yeah, up to Chelsea. Shout out the community. Shout out even our United friends. Shout out all our Arsenal friends as well. But yeah, man.
One thing about us guys, we hate Arsenal. We hate Arsenal.
Yeah.
Everyone else, we're cool. I'm cool with United. I know Tosh, you probably hate United more than Arsenal, but man, I hate Arsenal the most, man. Those are my ops. But
hey, United ruined my introduction to football. When we started watching it, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs, Scholes.
That 09 Champions League.
They're just 09 Champions League.
08 final, sorry.
I think that's why I'm such a Chelsea fan, because I felt so emotional after they lost. I was like still on the. I love Drogba. That was like my favorite player, but like United really did us dirty, man. But Arsenal, we can't let Arsenal win. They're definitely never gonna sing European champs ever. But them winning the Premier League is gonna hurt, because our last Premier League was pushing 10 years. So
yeah. Before we go, one message to Arsenal: you'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Champions of Europe.
You'll never sing that.
And that's all. That's all, folks.
Up to
Shout out
Chelsea,
to everyone.
Chelsea.
Yes, sir.